One has to really understand what success means. To me, it has always been to be able to live my life the way I want it, in the most natural, most authentic way, is success to me.
I really believe that every one of us is born with a mission to fulfill. If you discover what that purpose is and then you fulfill it, you've become as successful as you can be.
I was homeless at one point, I was in poverty at one point. I know what the dark night of the soul is, I know what it is to struggle, I know what it is to be suicidal, and I know what it is to break through all of that, to create a life that is so dramatically different than the first part of the life that anybody can do this. I don't have special powers, I didn't come from another planet, you know, I'm just like you, just like everybody else.
We experience what we believe. You know, what we believe is what we experience. So what I mean by that is, if you believe XYZ, that's what you're going to experience. Basically, what you're focusing on is what you're seeing and what you experience. But if you can believe that there's more possible to you, if you can believe that it's possible, then you'll start to experience that.
So the best way to feel successful and happy for me is to be loving what I'm doing from the time I wake up in the morning until the time I go to bed, right? As much as humanly possible. That's success.
I always expect that everything will turn out right for me. So even if something negative shows up, I still give it a positive meaning. And that's what keeps my momentum going. Something might show up and I'm like, oh, that's not how I wanted it to turn out. But I'm like, okay, but there's a lesson here, or there's an opportunity here.
One of the key principles in evolution of life versus what some people might call challenges in life, because I think they're really the same thing, right? People always ask me, they'll say, well, you know, if you could ever get rid of homelessness, if you could ever just not have that happen in your life, wouldn't that be better? And my answer is not necessarily so. It was one of the lowest points in my life. For a long time, I probably called it a bad thing. But I also recognized that if I had never been homeless, that I wouldn't be who I am and what I am now.
The evolution of success, in my opinion, in my personal understanding, is tapping into your, whatever it is that you're passionate about, following that, and allowing yourself to go through the evolutionary journey as you get from where you are, a person who believes in yourself, and where you're fully embracing that, and that is your entire life.
Everybody has the capability of being successful, and it will happen. There's no question about it. I have proved it. I have proved that it will happen, and I plan on showing everybody how to. I want to bring as much information to people as possible so that they can also change their lives as well.